to the virtual groom room. My name is Jack, your host, and today I'm bringing another shaving video, and it's been a while. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing very well. As you can see, my surroundings are a little bit different again. I moved to Southern California, so that's where we're living right now. This isn't about me though. This video is about the product I'm using. I've been kindly sent this product by the company, full disclosure, stuff like that, to try it and kind of see what I think. But I'm an idiot and I didn't put it down. So let me go grab it and I'll be right back. Okay guys, sorry about that. So the product we're going to be using today, and I'll be talking you through, this is from a fairly long-standing company within the shaving industry, or at least the traditional shaving industry, the hobbyist industry. This is the Sudsy Soapery. You've probably heard of them before. I think everyone has at this point. They've been around a really long time. From the label here, it says they've been around since 2011, which, if they've been making shaving soap to this quality since 2011, they've been doing it for well over 10 years at this point, so that's impressive. This, I believe, from the ingredients, this is a vegetable-based formula. It might be vegan, I'm not entirely sure. However, it's heavily clay-based. From my experience, and kind of the formulators in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong, I find clay soaps tend to increase density slightly. The ingredients are always in the description below, but I'm going to read them through now. Saponified stearic acid, coconut oil, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, lanolin. Anyone with a lanolin sensitivity, I'd be aware of that. French green clay, whatever that is, glycerin, vegetable glycerin, USP, sodium lactate, 100% pure essential oils, and bentonite clay. Yeah, this is scented with complete essential oils. Does that matter so much to me? Not really. But the scent is quite nice. So you can see on the front, the scent is a white sage and lime. We are going to load the brush, and I'll talk you through how I feel about the scent. The brush we're going to be using today is on loan to me from a good buddy. You all know who John Shaves is. He's lent me this synthetic Wald. I think they call it the A1. It might be the A2 now, I'm not entirely sure. But we're going to load this. The soap itself is very, very soft. So I prefer not to load it inside the tub itself, because then it becomes sloshy and kind of disgusting. Talk about the scent a bit then, shall we? So the scent is, like I said, essential oil based. As I said, that doesn't mean too much to me personally. Some people care about that. I am not one of those people. However, so you can see it's creating this bubbly mess at the moment. We'll get it on the face and see what we can do with it. To be honest, I've used this about 4 times, just trying to get an opinion of it. This brush I've only used one other time now, so maybe if I don't do this particularly well, then it's definitely user error and nothing to do with the brush or the soap. You can see kind of in the bowl here, I've picked up pretty much all of the soap, so the soap is in the brush in some facet. The scent. So the scent, to me, the way I would describe it, the sage is very green. It's actually I actually think the sage is probably stronger in terms of the overall profile than the lime. So I think it's more sage forward than lime forward personally, which, to be fair, when I was initially looking at this soap, that's kind of what I would want. It's not often you get a sage-based soap or sage-scented soap. If you guys know of any others, you feel free to put them in the comment section. But I've not seen many sage-scented soaps, so the idea of there being a sage-dominated scented soap is kind of interesting to me. So I wanted to try that. So you can see we're kind of painting an even spread on. I have frickin' hard water here, so I've had to kind of get used to somewhat lathering with hard water. Again, I had to in Albuquerque anyway, but this formula doesn't seem to have any issues whatsoever. So that's obviously a plus. I'm a big fan actually. I would say though, and I wouldn't, I wouldn't cover this up. This formula is kind of showing its age a little bit in terms of the structure. And it's funny because I've been called out in the past by saying because a formula's old doesn't mean it's not good. I agree. However, there are things that the soap makers or artisans are doing now that are definitely an advance forward when it comes to the ingredients of the soaps. Are you always going to be able to lather it? Yep. Are you always going to be able to get a BBS shave? Yep. But as hobbyists, in my opinion, we aren't solely focused on the results. We're focused on the process too. And I would say that the age of the soap definitely changes the enjoyment of process for me. The lather is a bit more airy than I would expect, or kind of high structure as the shaving community would call it. That kind of goes against my preferences a little bit. I prefer something a little bit more low structure and dense. And that's definitely changed in the last kind of few years, especially since I've been doing it. I remember when I first started, there are a lot of other companies that were making like these big Santa Claus beard lathers. And if you like that still, that's definitely your thing. I wouldn't say this is like completely that. Sorry, I have a dove who's an obnoxious asshole. I wouldn't say this is entirely that, but it is partly that. Like, I'd say this is kind of somewhere in the middle, where it has decent density, but it's ultimately still quite high structure. Kind of see that as you will. I think the performance of this is actually really good. The way I like to describe it is, as you can see, it's been very easy to lather, that's for sure. I'm just going to paint a little bit more water in it here, and we're actually good to start shaving with it. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm trying not to make this about me more than I am the product, but I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to make videos when I can. I've been meaning to make a video since I moved for a while. I've not been here too long, probably about 2 or 3 weeks. But time is kind of, as you guys have gathered probably over the past few months, of the essence at this point. But I do enjoy still getting on camera and kind of chatting to you guys. Be it like this, kind of more of a, not review format, but like talking more about the products. To be honest, that's kind of what I've always done anyway. Like, I've never been like the type of guy to chat a lot about what I'm doing in my life and stuff like that. But okay, so we're going to get to shaving here. This is the Karve Overlander in brass. I've heard very good things about the aluminum version. This has a first use Polsilver. In fact, what we're going to do, we're just going to start going straight across the grain, because I can. Good slickness from the soap. I'm definitely not seeing any performance deficiencies, and I think that's a really important thing to point out. Like, although the soap is the soap formula is a little bit older, I don't think you're going to notice anything in terms of performance. So ultimately, what I will always say, buy soap based on scents and whether it irritates your skin or not. This soap does not irritate my skin, and the scent is nice, so I would purchase this with my own money. And as I said, I was looking for I was actually looking for like a sage scented soap. There's this specific walk in a part of Santa Barbara. It's called the Galita Butterfly Grove. And they have a ton of natural sage growing everywhere. And it reminds me very much of this. So whenever I use this, I get kind of put back to that situation. This razor for me is just cheating. easy first pass, which you guys can see. Absolutely no drama. Both products, the soap and the razor, are performing amicably. Absolutely no issues there. There's this nice kind of layer of slickness that's left from the soap, which is another indicator of soap quality to me. Typically, if there's not a layer of slickness, it means there's not much residual slickness in the soap. And the way I shave, I like a good bit of residual slickness, because sometimes I like to buff, which you'll see on this pass. But no, like you can see, it's created a nice lather in kind of no time at all, based on my metrics. It's done a good job. There's also 5.5 ounces of soap, which if you're one of those price per ounce people or PPO warriors, that should appeal to you. I'm a terrible person and didn't take down the price, but I'll put all the product details down below. I'll at the very least give you some links. Let's go against the grain here. So I like to buff here. Lightly, like I'm not, bloody forcing the razor into my face or anything, but just slowly buffing and kind of gradual hair reduction. This is such a comfortable razor for me. And one of the only razors I can genuinely shave like this every day when I'm shaving against the grain. I'm getting fairly minimal irritation, which is kind of rare for me personally. But my skin is sensitive to the point where I will generally get irritation kind of on this lower neck, so I don't tend to always shave against the grain on my neck. So what we're doing here is like a hybrid of against and across. That's typically where my most rampant irritation is. This is the densest part of my neck here and my face. And I can tell if the razor I'm using has good blade clamping or not, because it would typically skip there. And the Overlander just laughs at it, so. It's difficult, I'll be honest with you. Like, from my perspective, it's kind of difficult to review soap. Because what am I going to tell you that I haven't told you about another soap before? So ultimately for me it comes down to, do you like the idea of white sage and lime? If you do, you're probably going to like it. Because pretty much all of these shaving soap formulas we're using now are of a high quality. Don't really need to worry about how the soap performs anymore. Of course, if a new company comes around, you could be a bit skeptical until you try it, but performance as a whole is pretty consistent across the board at this point. Let me wash my face off. It's a great shave. It really is. I had probably just under 24 hours growth. Let me grab a towel and dry my face. Yeah, I had probably just under 24 hours growth, and I didn't notice any sensitivity or anything, which is good for me. I don't normally have that. For a post shave, I don't actually have the matching post shave product. I might get it though. However, I've been using only 2 products for a post shave really these past few months, and one of them is the Aveeno Calm and Restore. This is more of like a skincare product. You can buy this from places like Ulta and stuff like that. Don't need too much. I kind of use about this much here. I don't know how well we can see that. It's very little. And all I do is get it kind of on my fingertips and circle. I washed my face prior to this, so I can get the full benefit of the shave and the serum we're using here. Yeah, great shave, really good product. I enjoy that shaving soap. The problem I have really, unless you love the scent, and to be fair, I mean, I can't tell you how to buy products or anything. I probably wouldn't buy shaving soaps like solely based on performance anymore. They're all good, they all do the job. However, if you do like white sage and lime, I definitely consider it. It's a nice pleasant scent. It's quite simple, but it's executed well. The scent strength on this is probably about 5, maybe 5.5, 6. It's potent, you'll notice it, it's very enjoyable. But yeah, have you guys tried it? Put a comment in the comments box below. Like I said, I'll leave the links to, at the very least, the soap, where you can buy it, how much it costs, stuff like that. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. If you're new around here and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I very much appreciate it. Apart from that, my name is Jack, your host from the Virtual Room. Wherever you're on the world, have a wonderful day, and goodbye for now.